Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Say that, nigga. Shit. Bar, back the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. 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 If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this shit.
You hear what I said?
Yes, bitch, I heard you. I'm pretending like I didn't.
You hear what I said?
Yes, bitch, I heard you. I'm pretending like I didn't.
Yeah, well. Gotta get a piece of mind. A little like magic.
Your feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously, in no time, switch its rotation also because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
You
don't understand. It's cool enough just being cool. Like a
group of you together, you never together, you never can tell who's who.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
All in your business.
Hold up. You don't know nothing about that shit, bitch.
All in your business.
Hold up. You don't know nothing about that shit, bitch. Dance with me.
You got to pray to God and tell God your rent due. Any God that didn't know your rent was due ain't God. damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama, and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
What's all that noise? What's all that noise? What's all that noise? What's all that noise? Oh, that's just daddy.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Come with baggage, just not answer Louis Vuitton.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that.
Bitch niggas, hoe niggas, rich niggas, broke bitch. I told niggas this was our year right here.
I think we OD'd. I think we OD'd.
To my word, can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard.
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the duke. Heavy, I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the duke. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come in.
Some people, they feel like you almost have to sell your soul to get fame, or is it just hard work, or is it luck, is it consequence, is it?
No, most of us in sold our soul. We just called it something else.
I hit the
Do that dance, baby, do that dance, let's work it out.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Slapping folks is satisfying. She don't like me, but I didn't know. Guess it was underlying.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O, welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, I guess that's my cue to say hello. Hello, it is you I was looking for. Well, I didn't come on last night when it was the peak of the full moon, but I can do a little clearing anyway. So try to clear some energies for you, clear some energies for me. Woo. Shit to burn. Burn the leather or my pants. All right. Burn a little wood. That's for the plants. This is for the structures we live in. All the woods and all, things that we live in. We give thanks to that too. All right. All right. Whoa. And I think, I just want to say, for this full moon, everything that you're trying to manifest, I hope it works out. Well, we have to do a brief commercial. So, we are drinking the best beer of all time, which is Great Lakes Elliott Nest. So pop them if you got them. And so, cheers. Terrible pour. Terrible pour. Ah, there we go. And I'm waiting for this to percolate. It's about heated. Oh, this is a unicorn Luca, if you didn't know. This is some wax in here. I think they call it golden honey. I don't know where they come up with the names for this shit. Ah. Smoke them if you want them. Ah. Sacred smoke. Ah. Well, woo. Lost myself for a second. What was that? Moving this shit. Yeah, my son using this room basically for storage. His shit. Well, I got a closet full of clothes, a closet full of shoes, and then somewhere in here, he has to put his shit. So it's kind of a mess. The energies is all over. But we're gonna make it work. And he plays a video game, whatever the fuck game he plays on here. So, well, I'm bummed. Charles Broccoli brought his ass to Minnesota. And, they, this is the first point I want to bring up about the game. The very first point is Luka has never been a good defensive player. Now, remember when Cleveland with LeBron James, he played with Cleveland, when he played mostly when he played with Cleveland, they would always go at Steph Curry because he's not a good defender. Not only is Luka hurt, Luka can't move on defense. Luka, and he doesn't try, and you telling me that you don't have anybody to go at him. On defense, they put him back there in zone, and they never attacked him. All the big dudes is on the outside instead of posting up on Luka. And that last play, it made no sense. Reggie and them called it. Or the play before when Luka hit the shot, they called it. They're going to screen roll, and if they get Rudy one-on-one, whoever gets that one-on-one is going to shoot it. I mean, that couldn't have been scripted any better. Now, we saw a Kyrie Irving shot curve and go in. The shot from the corner, we saw that shot go in when, that's not really his game. But Luka's not attacking Luka on defense didn't make any sense. And wasn't getting calls, but again, he wasn't. What did Reggie Miller say at the end of the game? Or before the last timeout, Reggie Miller said, they've been getting fouled when they go to the basket. Edwards gets the ball, and that you telling me that was the play for Edwards to get the ball and kick it out to Nas for a three when you're only down one. You're only down one, so that shows you the scripting part. You're only down one.
So why would you kick the ball to Nass? When you know he's been getting when Ant been getting fouled, I mean it made no sense. Even Rudy. But again, I would have camped out on Luka's side and ran something from Luka's side at him. But they should have been doing that all night. And that would make him more tired because he's got a guard. Every time he camped in that zone, I would post somebody right in front of Luka. You telling me I'm the only one that could see that? I'm the only one on earth that could see that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just not me. But we saw good entertainment. Now, the first game was really good. But what we saw again, we saw Ant when he threw that ball out of bounds towards the end of the game. Remember that? He did the same thing tonight. And let me see. I'm going to break it down. Show my vid. Here we go. This nigga throws the ball away on purpose.
Throw the ball away on purpose. Just like I showed
Clearly
Hal
throws
Burton
the
throw
ball away on purpose.
Ant throws the ball away on purpose.
Look at this. Look at this. Why didn't he keep dribbling? Why didn't he keep dribbling? Why didn't he keep dribbling?
Pick and roll. See,
what do they tell a point guard? You never pick up your dribble. Why did he pick up his dribble if he didn't plan? And he traveled, they didn't call it.
He threw a critical pass away on purpose.
And it was terrible spacing.
So we're not going to give him a pass.
Terrible spacing by both the dudes. They both in the corner together, right on top of each other.
Now, Nas and
I know I cut this off, but watch. As he penetrates, they're almost on top of each other over here.
Again, why ain't they running screen roll at Luka? Timeout, timeout, timeout. No,
and then he throws it away
on purpose.
He saw him moving away. He threw that ball away. So that shows you that he's just an actor too. He's just an actor, and we all know that this is all they are.
Look at this.
And he had a timeout.
Just throw it away. Oh,
and he had a timeout. He could have called,
and you couldn't throw it to anybody else.
So you know I had to show that.
Yeah, we're going to see Ant throw the ball away on purpose. Just like I showed Hal Burton throw the ball away on purpose. Ant throws the ball away on purpose.
I'm not giving him any break.
Why not call timeout? Nowhere to go.
Flawed play. For flawed play. And again, you know, let me see if I can freeze this right here.
We're going to see Ant throw the ball away on purpose. Just like I showed Hal Burton throw the ball away on purpose. Ant throws the ball away on purpose. Look at this. Why not call timeout?
Right here.
Nowhere to go. Why not call timeout?
Right here.
They didn't run.
We see the hand fouling him. And you can't say the hand is the ball. If he slaps you on your arm and the ball goes out, this referee number 15 with the wig on, this is fake hair up here.
So we're not going to give him a pass.
But how is he not going to call this?
On purpose, we're going to show it.
How is he not going to call this?
Now, Nas and them had poor spacing in this play. Very poor.
Why am I hearing that? But again,
this was another crucial play. Where the ref is standing there, he sees the contact, and I don't want to hear that shit anybody say the ball and hand, not in this situation. He smacked his hand to make him lose.
This is the perfect
and look at the ref's
what
view.
The referee sees.
Look at this view.
And they've called fouls.
How does the ref not call this
before?
You see Kyrie's hand hitting him right here. That's the only reason he lost the ball. Look at this ref. What is he looking at? Is he looking at the ugly woman behind the bench?
He saw the whole play.
No, he's looking at the play, but yet he does not make the foul call. Looks like he got a wig.
He saw it.
On himself.
And so, you know, again, we see
the
refs
all
in part of the
all
theater.
hand. And this ref makes no call. He makes no call. All hand. And this ref makes no call.
He slapped him on the hand, which gave him an advantage. And when you see advantages, you got to make the call.
Look at this foul. Look at this foul. Right there. Foul.
Right in front of the ref.
Call it, ref.
Now I want to hear it's too quick. It wasn't too quick.
Now this was another crucial play. Where the ref is standing there, he sees the contact, and I don't want to hear that shit anybody say the ball and hand, not in this situation. He smacked his hand to make him lose the ball. And look at the ref's view. Look at this view.
So again,
how does the ref not call this? You see Kyrie's hand hitting him right here. That's the only reason he lost the ball. Look at this ref. What is he looking at? Is he looking at the ugly woman behind the bench? No. He's looking at the play, but yet he does not make the foul call. Looks like
this is how they put the fix together. And as I got on Hal Burton, the same thing goes for Ant. Ant is doing the same thing Hal Burton did. And who did Lobo? I think Lobo put something out that said, Jimmy Butler was hurt for the first series. Donovan Mitchell didn't play the last game. I mean, we see this kind of thing, We see where they make the mistakes. They're not called. And trying to think who. Well, yeah, none of the Timberwolves was hurt, but it was just like this was ridiculous tonight. This is really ridiculous. Again, we see the 3 or 4 turnovers in a row when they want the other team to make a run. So that kind of thing. But I wouldn't be like, I think what they're all of them saying, I could, and like the other part that gets me is how, like this Towns, okay, so in the first half, when they got a lob, Towns, instead of going to the defender that's going down the lane, he runs out to the corner and lets the defender catch the lob. How many times do you see them? They screen rolled you the first time was getting all these lobs. So why are you going at the smaller guy? I mean, that was almost like a script. We go at the smaller guy. That's very scripted. To give them that play over and over. Okay, when they drive, you guys let them throw it over your head. Rudy, you 7, what is this arm length? Almost 9 feet? But you just let them. Now, one time I did see where the Timberwolves just didn't hustle. You had Rudy, Nas, and Towns not run down court. And all the Mavericks ran down court. So, but, yeah, see, damn. Okay. Yeah, my son, I don't even want to get into it. And so, you, my ninja, if you get no bigger, you still be my salute. Thank you for joining me, Mac 5 Productions. Hello, Nicole B. Thank you for joining me. My main man and all the plan, PJ Allen. Woo! Johnny Oggs, thank you for joining me. And Marcus the Great, thank you for coming. Jamar 3224, thank you again. I think that's everybody. So thank you for coming out. It's funny, these lights are on now. I'm getting hot, but I had these windows open, and what is the temperature here? It is cool as hell. It should be somewhere. It is cool. Well, let me see. Oh, it says 49 degrees. I had just shut these windows because I got my 2 plants. I ain't put them outside yet. But yeah, it's mild here. It was damn near 80 yesterday. Yesterday was the day to do something. I didn't really do anything. I think I walked a mile maybe at the mall, but yeah, I've been pretty lazy. But today, my daughter's like, well, let's go hit some tennis balls. It's blowing about a 20-mile-an-hour wind out there. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to make it. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll see. The weather is supposed to suck all weekend. And Memorial Day is notorious for rain. It's like they don't want people to really enjoy themselves, so they rain them out. I think at one period it was like 7-8 Memorial Days where it rained on Memorial Day. It's like they don't want you to enjoy it because this is kind of the kickoff for the summer. And so rain, 73 later today, 65 on Sunday because it's going to rain on Sunday, and then rain again on Monday. Now, we know they manipulate the weather, but why? Why give us this crappy weather this part of the country? We ain't have much of a winter, but all of a sudden you're going to give us this crappy weather when it's been nice and warm. What am I messing with down here? Oh, I guess it's plugs. So, all we can do is just experience it and live it. That's all we can do. It's just experience and live it. And, we can complain. You're just going to have to go to your barbecue wearing a jacket, and hopefully where you live, it won't rain. It's supposed to rain here. So, I'm wondering if I'm going to get my ass up in the morning or not. I've been so lazy. Last year, I was so dedicated to pickleball. Can't say so much this year. I might get my ass up though in the morning and go play. It's going to be a decent day tomorrow. And I'll tell you why I don't like playing right now. My skills ain't there. I mean, I kind of hate, because you got to play to get good. And I just hate that stage of just struggling because, you're not sharp from playing. I kind of hate that stage, but, it must be done. It must be done. Enjoy it and get in shape while I can. So, But personally, I had some good news. Saw the cardiologist. They're not going to shock me again. My heart is back in rhythm. I went to have the ultrasound, the echo, and they said I was still in AFib. But I went back to see the cardiologist. He's like, "Yeah, shit, come back and see me 3 months." So on that, physically, I'm doing well. I feel good. I got a little walk in today, not much, but. And also, my knee, my patella on my right knee is really bothering me. That I went to see the specialist and he was like, "Yeah, your knee looks fine." But I'm like, "Well, why does this motherfucker hurt all the time? If I walk and I don't wrap my knee, like, why does it hurt?" So I don't know. Siova, what's happening? Thank you for joining. They tried to rain out Trump's party. Oh, his rally. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, yeah, bro. It is. It's really good that they don't have to shock me again, because more than likely, if they shock me again, I was going to have to stay in the hospital again, and that shit ain't cool. Being in the ICU ain't cool. Motherfuckers wake you up every 2 hours to check you, and you ain't really sleeping. You sleep, you're in the hospital. You can't really sleep. So I'm just going to do my best. Work out, as I can. I need to get my motherfucker back on this treadmill, but, because I can run on that thing. I can't really run outside, so. But yeah, everything is really wonderful. Now, I don't know where you live, but my daughter graduated in Michigan yesterday, so she's going to Wayne State. Yeah, so that was very positive. Oh yeah, my family's kind of relieved. They're all relieved, that I ain't got to go back up in that mug. Thank you. So yeah, as I said, I feel pretty good. I'm still tongue heavy. So I'm gonna have to do some probably speech therapy. It may not come out, but I feel it in my mouth that I'm still tongue heavy when I talk. So, but if that's the worst, because Sinbad, his whole left side of his body he lost. And my cousin, that's only, let me see, I'm about to be 63 next month. He's got to be at least 66. He lost everything. I mean, he can't talk, can't feed himself, can't walk, so we get lucky. But, I think the part of luck that goes with it is lifestyle. That plays a part. The better shape you are in, if something happens to you, you're in a little better shape. That's all. And positive thoughts, and that's the big thing, and not panicking when things, and not having fear. Because fear, it tries to grip you. I mean, fear really tries to grip you. And if you live with that fear, it's like if those of you that have panic attacks, if you just kind of take a breath and know what it is and let it ride like a wave. But if you feed into the fear of a panic attack, you'll make it a lot worse. And so a lot of people don't understand like their emotions enough to see what's happening to them. And so, but if, you just kind of take things as they come, know that there's peaks and valleys, and you just, you can really control. And it's like I still meditate daily. Very rare instances where I don't, and that's something I've always done. I mean, I used to meditate in here, but my son's junk is all in here, so it's not really, it's too much. The energy is like, the energy is all around, so, because his energy is added in here, the energy's all around, so not a good place to meditate. Despite all this, what do I call it? The spiritual stuff all around. It's jumbled spiritual stuff now instead of the way I had it, but that's okay. He's a good guy. He went fishing today. Now, I haven't fished since I was 12 years old. And I don't like being dirty anymore. Now, I do like plants, and I like replanting and repotting. But to go outside, touch some dirty-ass worms, sit in some dirty-ass water, and touch some dirty-ass fish, that ain't really me anymore. I mean, what am I look out like out there in gators fishing? or in fucking Jordan's fishing. I don't have any fish shoes. and they be doing they be doing some net fishing too. And the only people that can really net fish in this state is natives. You know, the natives get to net fish, but you know they out there net fishing, and so you know, but that's okay. He is one of my best friends, and even though I get frustrated, but he's one of my best friends, you know. So, and he's come a long way. I had a call, and I'm not gonna tell her business, but I had a call of a lady that yesterday, and like her son is a breaker, and I don't mean a break dancer and shit, you know, with rerun and shabadoo, but I mean he like tears shit up. In his time, he's broken 4 TVs, a computer, like he just goes off like that. Now, that's where ass whoopings help. That's where ass whoopings help. Because the first time they do that shit, you whoop their ass, they won't do that shit again. And I guess he's in 9th grade. He's a shorter dude, so I don't know how tall he is to his mother, but you know, he has a younger sister. I think she's older than my daughter, so I think she's in 8th, going in 9th. He's going in 10th. And you know, what do you really do? Like what do you really do when you have a child that's just, you know, out of control, has everybody who live in the house has them scared, has them bothered? I mean, what do you do? And as I said, you know, us folks, you know, we know that ass whoopings can play a big part in that. Now they get on me and it's like, well, you haven't whooped they haven't whooped Super Nat in a while, but I whooped her at the right times where she knows. When she was little, I said, I was like, what's going to happen to you if you do that again? You're going to whoop my little butt. That's right. And I imprinted in that when she was younger. But I feel for her. I gave her the best advice I could give her, because that's a tough situation. You know, you don't want a little motherfucker breaking your TV. You know, these TVs ain't cheap. You know, years ago, they was even more expensive. But, you know, you don't want that kind of thing. So, you know, they called me because my younger son that's with us now, he was a handful. I mean, do you guys know what it's like to get ready and go somewhere and you got one child that refuses to just put his shoes on, get dressed, and go with us? You know, one time this little mug would run out the house and climb the roof. And luckily I got 2 other boys and they would go up there and they'd kind of beat him up on the roof to bring him back down. But I mean, you know, I had to go through that kind of stuff. And I used to call it like one person could hold your family hostage. A child can hold you hostage, make you not want to take him anywhere. And then you might be scared to leave him or scared to leave him with people because he don't really, you know, he has that sparkler kind of temper where, you know, he might flame up at any time, you know, so. Devontae, what's happening? Straight razor strap. That's what he's talking about, a straight razor strap. Oh, but thank you, Jabbar. But yeah, that's what he needs. So he does need a good ass whooping. That's why my son was here when he was in 8th grade and he acted up. Like I beat his ass. I mean, I really beat his ass. I body slammed him. I put him in a hold and I beat his ass. It was like, nah, ain't no spanking anymore. I'm gonna just beat your ass. And we was cool every way after that. Now he's at that age, you know, people become very self-centered, and I would say that he's very self-centered. But, you know, he's still a pretty good guy. Do I use straight razors? No. I use, I don't use the old straight razor. But you know what? Most barbers are trained to use straight razors. So if you go to a barber shop and they say they can't give you a shave with a straight razor, they lie, and they might not have no license, because that's part of it. That's part of it. Oh yeah, but my son, man, I whooped his ass. I smashed his, was it a phone? I smashed his phone. I smashed his tablet, and I was like, yeah, enough of you. You know, here you have all this privilege, and you know, you don't know how to act. But he's kind of He's come a long way. He really has. So I was trying to give some positive advice because, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. Children aren't behaving. That's tough. And you've got, I know most of you that's been out there, when you go out and you've probably seen people and children throwing fits. It's like my niece and nephew, they didn't get spanked growing up. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, they ain't get spanked growing up. And, it shows. And no shade to them, but it does show in their personality that they didn't get spanked. Because you could see there's a respect in that. And I ain't for abusing children or none of that, but I'm just saying, just discipline, And they seem to both lack discipline that they should have been taught as children. Because children, you discipline children and then you sternly discipline them, because all the time you ain't got to spank them, you just got to do things. And like my son, I had a pair of headphones. I bought him a pair and I bought me a pair. Had a nice little case and everything. And he broke his pair. One day I went in my bedroom and I opened the drawer and he was with me and he saw where my pair was. So this little mug takes my headphones and goes to school with them. So he's wearing them on the bus and, he's the big bully, basically. So he's wearing them, and a young boy went and grabbed the headphones and snapped them in two. Well, my son hit him about 30, 40 times after that, and his parents end up buying, me a new pair or gave me the money because, it's like, hey, because the parents might get the next beating, but, it's like, so. And after he did that, I made him go live with his mama. Even though I had full custody of him, I made him go live with his mama because I told him I refuse to live with a thief. And I think that was the greatest lesson. That was the greatest lesson that he could have learned. I'm like, I'm not going to live with you stealing. I'm not putting up with a thief. And that kind of turned him around a little bit. So, do I think that it's LeBron's fault the Lakers lost? It just wasn't scripted for him this year. So, that's how you got to look at it. None of it's real. I mean, like I really didn't quit hooping to a high level till I moved here. Shit, at 40, I'm trying to think. My daughter, let me see, my daughter's 18. Trying to think what year I quit. Let me see. I was 44 when he was born, 45 when he was born. 06, I had to be early 40s. Yeah, early 40s, like 40. What was I when she was born? She was born in 6, so I had to be 44 when she was born. No, 46. I think I was 46. I at 45, I led my league in scoring, and we was playing everybody. Because to go to state, when you play in the high levels in state, you got to play in a league. And so we played in the league and the league didn't have that many teams. It was only like 6 or 8 teams, but to qualify for state, you got to play in the league. And despite, all our team was older, we still had to play younger teams. Shit, I think my first 6 games, I had 38. I was hooping. I was 46 years old. I was really, really hooping. So, a shooter can play forever. I think I told the story before. We used to play Monday night games. We used to rent this gym. These old dudes I knew, they had rented a gym probably 10 years before I started playing with them. And I played with them on Mondays for 4 or 5 years. We'd collect, we'd charge everybody who came $1, and then we'd give them money during holidays. And we played from September till March every Monday. And there was older dudes that came up in there. There's like one minister, he couldn't play defense or nothing, but damn, if you left him alone, he couldn't shoot. So, you take a pro player that's 39 years old, and he's a different 39 than what we've ever seen because of the treatment. The equipment, the shoes are better, the treatment is better. So, and he made second or third team all pro. Ant made second team all pro. Luca, what was first team? AGA, whatever his name is, Giannis, whatever, he made it. Luca, Giannis made it. Who was the other one? Three.
The other two players. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on the other two players. But Kawhi Leonard made All-Pro. Do y'all really think Kawhi Leonard should have made All-Pro? I didn't think Leonard should have made All-Pro. But Leonard made All-Pro too. Who was the other ones that made on the list? I guess I could look it up. Where's the search? NBA All-Pro team. Embiid. Okay. Embiid made first team. Giannis made first team. Luka made first team. Where's the names? Yeah, Shai Gilgeous Alexander made first team. Oh, Jason Tatum and Embiid was the ones that I didn't say. Now, where's the second team? Now, you're not going to tell the second team. Oh, here we go. Second team was Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler shouldn't have made it. Steph Curry, Nikola Djokovic made second team, and Donovan Mitchell. And then the third team, Ant made the third team. This is not right. This is last year. I'm sorry. This is last year. Because Ant made third team, and so did because this is 23-24 season. So let me find a new search. Yeah, this is not the right one. Maybe it is. I thought Ant made third team. I just saw that. Kia third team. Yeah, Kia third team. Ant made third team. And I'm not seeing him on here. His first team. Get out of here. Because I thought Ant and Leonard made it. Jimmy Butler, that's why. Yeah, this is not right. It's 23-24. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, this is 23-24. Okay, I don't need that. I'll try it again. 23/24. All NBA. Let's see what search is going to get me. I'm not seeing it. It's giving me trades. This is stupid. But Ant and Kawhi Leonard made it. I'm not finding it. This is stupid. NBA for 23/24. Here it is. This should be it. Okay. This should be it. List of winners. All defensive. Gilbert. All defensive team. Here we go. Yeah, Tatum, Giannis, CGA or SGA, and Tatum. But where was the second team? Okay, first team, second team. Yeah, okay, this is right. Jalen Brunson, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Ant made second team, and Kawhi Leonard, Ant made second team. And I forgot to Kevin Durant, which I didn't think he deserved it. Then we have Devin Booker, Steph Curry, who didn't deserve it. Hal Burton made it, and LeBron made it, and Sabonis for Sacramento made it. And some people probably argue he shouldn't have made it. I don't even know about Booker or Steph Curry. They both had a lot of injuries this year. So that is your All-NBA team. First team here, Giannis, Luka, SGA. We got Nikola, the Joker, and we got Tatum. And then we got Bronson made second team, Anthony Davis. I say Anthony Davis is very deserving. We got Durant, we got Ant, and we got Leonard. Leonard didn't play enough, I don't think. And we got Booker, who was hurt a lot. We got Curry, who was hurt a lot. Halliburton, I thought he deserved it. Sabonis, I don't know. And LeBron, I don't know. I don't know. It's AG. Hey, Elvis, what's happening? Thank you for joining. It's AD's fault. He's injury prone. Hey, Saber-Tooth Tiger, Saber-T Tiger, thank you for joining. Yeah, I call him Glass Davis. I call him Glass. But this year, you know, he hung in there more this year than past years. So he played a lot more this year than past years. And those are bonuses. You know, those are nice bonuses. You know, you hit that, I mean, you might have several million you might make. A contract like LeBron, I mean, all of them going to get bonuses for making it. So, and deservedly so. Leonard, I thought he was hurt too much. Curry was hurt too much. And LeBron, I don't know. I thought he was hurt too much. But, you know, people are asking, is this Ant's year to be the face of the league? Even when Steph Curry was shooting it with all those shots, magnetic shots, making it, LeBron was still basically the face of the league. That's interesting. Luka has no commercials. They finally put Joker in commercials, but they put him with a brother. You know, what do they call it? The magical Negro. It's like the magical Negro theory. Put him with a Negro that kind of backs him, and it might go better. But he did look like what's his name in Incredibles, yeah, or the little big-eyed people, the one-eyed thing, you know, with that. He did look like that dude. And that was kind of smart. Yeah, AD got hurt at the worst time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it just wasn't scripted for them. It was scripted for them. And you know, when they won the early season tournament, you know they wasn't going to go that deep. And, you know, they had a team that was definitely beatable. I mean, remember, it wasn't that long ago that Joker and them couldn't win on the road. Remember? So that's why people were surprised when they beat the Timberwolves on the road, because they weren't good on the road. So all of a sudden they're beating teams on the road, which, you know, that wasn't their thing. They didn't play that good on the road. So and you can say, well, they try to say, well, they matured a little bit, but nah, it's just the way they weren't good travelers. And then, you know, like at the end of the game tonight, Barkley was saying Ant was really tired. Tired from what? He rested just as much as everybody else rested. Didn't go to the basket. You know, a lot of times he was passing off. How do you go all the way into the lane and then you pass? You know, you're not even looking at the basket. And that last shot, I mean, it's no way that's the play drawn up to shoot a three. I mean, it's just no way. That made no sense. So, yeah. But, you know, what we forget is that the world still goes on. And the money still goes. And as the money goes, gold has went down a little bit. I think it was $350 when I came on last, and it's $234, so still not bad. We see where the dip came because we was up here. Actually, I think last time I came on it was $255 around. But you see the dip it took, and that's, you know, that's the peaks and valleys that it does. But let me see if I can find. And I don't care what anybody says. Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. It is. This is a Ponzi scheme. It's a legalized Ponzi scheme. You're taking all this money to pay him, pay her, but you're taking all this money. And what is silver at? Silver's above $30. There we go. I needed that. So I made a little money on that. Yeah. So silver's a good buy. Silver's a good, but I mean real silver, like this stuff down here. Not, and you know, when they made coins that was really silver, you know, because jewelry, like my chain, sterling ain't worth as much as that is. So, what took let's see, euro. This was a shock. Yeah, now this was a shock, and it held. It closed at this. This was a shock right here. Now, I follow this, and you guys listen to me. You know I follow this. And the dollar is up to a euro. So not only are we matching, we are 8 cents to the dollar. And what was the other one? Now in Great Britain, we almost $1.30. So you know what these prices are? These prices are people traveling. They're encouraging them to travel. So during the season where people ain't traveling, you know, they this was under $1. For a long time, it was like 70, 80 cents. So they want Americans to travel. And look in Australia. I think this is Australia. Almost $2. Almost $2. Your dollar is almost worth $2 in Australia. And it's the same thing in Canada. So this is tourism. This is tourism. Look at this. You go to Hong Kong, your shit is almost $9 in Hong Kong. So this is the travel season, and that's why you see these dips. Because damn, if people want to go to Britain when their shit is worth $1, you know, when it's, you know, you're not gonna make money. You know, you're not gonna be able to have the spending power. So it's just mighty funny that came out. So, well, damn, when did this happen? I guess you got to read all the shit. I don't care about that. And we had the OTAs, you know, we got people into camps and stuff. Who's still alive oh, Vicki Lawrence is still alive. Pretty sure she's the only one alive. No, Vicki Lawrence died? I didn't know Vicki Lawrence died because Carol Burnett is still alive, I think. Did she die? Because Vicki Lawrence was younger than Carol Burnett, so I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and you know, it really looks like TNT is going to lose their show. It looks like they're going to be outbid by NBC. And so, because we already know that, what is it? Amazon is getting the England games. I think Amazon is doing 4 or 5 England games. So you got to have cable. You got to pay for that. And NBC, I wouldn't be surprised that if NBC gets this, they're going to put the games on Peacock. Because right now, you know, TNT is cable. I mean, for a lot of people, it's your base cable, but it's still cable. So we'll see if that's what ends up happening or not. So that's what it looks like. That TNT is going to lose. And, you know, it's so many investments and, you know, like financial maturity and saving money and, you know, buying things with real value. I mean, we're not really trained for that. And so that's why, you know, I kind of show this stuff because there's a whole world out there making money. I mean, that's what, you know, the COVID stuff should have showed people. There's a lot of ways to hustle, you know, legal hustles. There's a lot of legal hustles that you can do to make money. So, yeah, who has the NFL package? I think Lakers because they couldn't get a stop. Well, yeah, they couldn't stop anybody, you know, either. That's the problem of being an older player. It's kind of, you know, like tonight we saw a point where the Wolves really couldn't get up to court. Rudy got up to court slow. Nas got up to court slow, and so did Towns. They all got up to court slow. You know, Dallas went and ran down. But I wouldn't be surprised the Wolves win 2 down there. I really wouldn't. It really wouldn't surprise me. What does this say? Ancient Chesapeake site challenges timelines of humans in America. Let's see. Let's see what kind of BS they got. The wall of sandy sediment is unremarkable. Edge of modest island south of Bay Ridge. A coastal geologist, crumbling layers put the island at the center of the most continuous battles in archaeology, wherein hard humans first was in America, not Africa, in America. Story of first marriage has long been a matter of public things. They say at least 15. Yeah, we've been here way longer than that. It offers could revise the story again. All right, blah, blah, blah. Mysteries, people, ancestors of the natives. No. They know who the people are. You know who the people are. Point quartz. Is this knife from Phyllite? What is it? Shattered knife, black shirt, and lasting light point jasper. New claims of sites dated back face a wall of skepticism, scrutiny, and the threats to pose a long entrenched view. The complicated matters, Laurie has been affiliated with Smithsonian. See, Smithsonian ain't trying to give out anything. They tried to hide history. The results of studies, the peer process reviews help scientific study. I don't care about this guy. Okay. Get to the point. Where's the point at? 20th century, 13,000 years ago, Clovis man. Yeah, again, that's that pointing to Neanderthals. To 41,000 years ago. Okay. 41,000 years ago, 78 acres. So that looks like the artifacts been transported before they're buried, making them between 15 and 20,000 years ago. Yeah. So, and we know that the Omen or the Omic was here. They don't know. I was watching Elijah Muhammad, and Elijah Muhammad said it. There's no date when the melanated man came to America or was in America. So we have the Micaiah, who are the corn people. Micaiah means corn people, and the Omen, and it's not Olmec, it's Omen. The Omen people, that's the proper translation. It's Omen, which doesn't mean a people. It means lands where the rubber comes from. Now, when you talk about Olmec Kabaza, you're talking about the heads, and that's how most people think of them. But I mean, they were all up and down the coast. They went around Iceland, went into Europe. I mean, this is known. So, this out of Africa theory. And now we're seeing that people from Africa actually came from India. A lot of people from India, Davidians came from India. So that kind of kills your out of Africa theory. So, yeah. I mean, do your own research. Look it up. That's what I always say. Look it up. And it's funny how Draymond Green, they transferring him to TV. So whenever they go this new channel, oh my goodness. Now, look at this. Now this, I'm going to show this picture, and I want y'all to just check this out. Now, I do mean to offend people. This is a classic example of a horse face. This is a classic example of a horse face. So you don't think boys can look softer when they're younger? But look how she looks now. This is kind of now there's no Adam's apple, but look at this hard face. And granted, this chick is probably in her early 50s, but look at that hard face. Hard to believe this is once a girl. And this is kind of a giveaway of what this is, So, I saw Tori Spelling is the biggest horse face that ever existed. And I guess that is to be offensive a little bit. But, I mean, it just shows you, how they look when they're younger. It kind of shows as they get older. Well, I got, me, I am, I guess I am a shoe collector, so I collected some more shoes. I'm tempted to order the new Nikes that's come out tomorrow. But, I buy seasonal shit too. And these motherfuckers is super comfortable. I mean, just look at how my finger these are so comfortable. And these are about Earth Originals is the company, and dark brown, of course, synthetic. I don't think none of this is leather. I don't think any of this is leather, but I mean, now there's originally $69, and I got them for $28. So nice little sandals that are very cushiony. It ain't sandal weather yet. And then that goes to the debate. Do you wear socks with sandals? I think you do. I think you do wear socks with sandals. I just can't help it. I don't have ugly feet, but I think you wear socks with sandals. That's a man. I kind of think so too. And the other pair I got, I have no shame in my game. I was kind of upset they kind of fucked the box up a little bit. But I got, the fuck they call these? Retro lows. These is the Space Jam lows. And I'm sure if you're a sneakerhead, they came with the paper that's a little dotted like the original. I never had the black ones. I had the Carolina blues that was like this on the bottom. All the Tennessees, but these are cool. These are cool. Nice little casual summer shoe with a nice little outfit. Yeah. And I think they sold out of these. So the Taxi Reds come out tomorrow. So it's whatever your thing is. That's kind of my thing. I like shoes. Yeah, James again. What's happening? What's happening, James? Good to see you. You know, I saw like where, like right here says, 1,000-year-old intact human brains baffle scientists. But I saw where like they had some petrified poop. Like who goes out and finds petrified poop and puts it in a museum? Well, you know, this is dinosaur poop. Like who would want dinosaur poop? Let me see if I can show this. Man, let me see if I can get this bigger. Now, you know, I love old Hollywood starlets, but when this chick was young, this chick was bad. Look how bad this chick is. Look how bad she is when she was younger. And this is Angela Lansbury, but when she was young, man, this chick was bad. See, when she got older, she didn't look like a dude. You see this? She don't look like a dude. Brooke Shields looks like a dude. I had the middle when they released 10th grade year. Okay, I had. Oh, you had the mids. Okay. I had the original ones when they came out. Let me see. Brennan was born in 95. So he must have been a year old because I got him a pair, I got me a pair, and I got so Brennan was born, Brian had to be 6 or 7. And I bought my son. So my son was 6 or 7. So I bought all 3 of pairs. I had the socks. I had the Carolina blue socks because I remember we went in the gym and a couple other dudes had them. I think it was just Trent had them. Trent had them, but he didn't have the socks. I had the socks. Hate to say, I think that was the day I broke my hand. I went to block Trent's shot and his brother undercut me. Because, you know, I go up to block a shot and I had that shit. No, next thing I know, I'm off balance. And I think his brother took my legs out. And I end up trying to catch myself. And it's funny, like when you could tell when sometimes when you hurt yourself, because when I landed and I caught my hand, because you know, I'm like up in the air and I caught myself and said, that's gonna hurt. Sure enough, I'm trying to watch the Super Bowl and my shit's doing like this while I'm trying to eat. Broke my hand. And the next week after breaking my hand, I think I scored 19 playing left-handed. I took the cast off before the game and I played my semi-pro game and I had like 17, 18 points and we beat Ben Harbor. And I remember the dude saw me put the cast back on my hand, on my right hand. He's like, yeah, what's wrong with your hand? I'm like, oh, my hand's broke. He's like, oh, you played left-handed. I was like, yeah. So I had a little bit of skill, just a little bit. You know, and it's funny, like that, like Kevin Costner, you know, he had the Colorado show, and now he's doing another cowboy movie about, you know, the cowboy settlers. and, not calling them land stealers is what they did. Martin Luther King, if you find that where he breaks down how, and how he breaks down all they did for these Europeans. Like I watched a thing today and it's like most of the Caucasus Europeans in New York were Dutch, Irish, and Italian. Most of people like in Louisiana is French. They're French cultured. Most of people in Michigan were Germans. That's why I was saying I grew up around a lot of Germans. The Caucasus Europeans that came there were Germans. Here in this area, a lot of Scandinavians. And two things they lied about to get the Caucasus Europeans to move across the country is after they took Mexico in 1847, they lied about gold in California. Now, there were some, but as I said before, look at who made the money in the gold rush. Levi's jeans, people sold the picks, people sold the shovels. They made a lot of money too, not just the people that got the gold. So keep that in mind. And so the same thing was done when they wanted to take the Black Hills of North Dakota, South Dakota. They said there was gold up there. Caucasus Europeans want to get rich quick, and that's just a way to get them to move in them areas. So, I'm only going to get mid sometime soon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm ordering the ones tomorrow, and then oh my goodness, after that I'm buying a pair of Hoka boots. I was like, where I bought these sandals, because my wife ended up buying a pair of Hoka shoes, because she went to L.A. I could have went to L.A. last week. I really could have, and my wife went. And I didn't really want to go because I wanted to watch the fight Saturday without paying for it. But she said she kind of was, the shoes she brought wasn't good enough and she didn't have her inserts. So she bought a pair of Hokas that's walking shoes. So her and I will walk. Oh, that's why I got the sandals. I'm like, well, damn, these is 13s and these only $30. So that's why I got them. Right now I must have 50, 60 pair of shoes, if not more. And that's not counting. And I'm going to tell you, like, I got to send my boy John, that's in Merchant Marine, I got to send him some. But I sent one of my boys a pair of Donovans, and his whole life, he was just a beggar. Like, all the time, he's always asking me for clothes and stuff. So I sent him a pair, and then I said, well, I might have another pair I can send you. Don't you know he hounded me? He's hounding me about sending him another pair of shoes. I done sent the nigga one pair of shoes, and now he's hounding me about another pair of shoes. Now, what kind of shit is that? When a person hounds me like that, I tend to not want to, I tend to, like, man, really? They worth that much to you? These, like the ones I sent him was new. I only wore them a couple times. Because the Donovans went down. Them Donovans 3s or 2s, 3s maybe was better. But the 4s was trash. And the ones Donovan wears now is trash. Ant shoes are trash, unless you just like the way they look. But if you put what's in them, the insoles are trash. So, and I got bad feet, so I can't wear them flat. They got to have, I have custom orthotics. Like the NBA players, they ain't wearing them with them little thin insoles. That's why you see them when they give away shoes, they take their orthotics out. Not many players play with just them messed up shoes with very, very little cushioning. I need all the cushioning you can get me. And, we got coaches that got fired. Bickerstaff Jr., because his daddy played in the league. Bickerstaff Sr., and he got fired. What? Now, for the morbid news, let's read this shit. How did this nigga die? Let's see. Former train rocker died after slipping in the shower. Here's why experts say bathrooms are uniquely hazardous places. Died after falling in the bathroom at a friend's home. Why was he taking a shower at a friend's home? He was 58. Cause of death is shocking. Okay, well, what is the cause of death, though? Tell us what the cause was. So it says, CDC reported that non-fatal falls can be fatal, particularly in the case of older adults. Reported between 2021, 38,000 adults 65 and over die as a result of unintentional falls.
All ages, especially 40 to 60, are susceptible to the falls. It's important to understand that the risk of falling in the bathroom are limited, not just limited to the elderly. Slippery, wet floors, hard surfaces. So yeah, this didn't tell us how this mug died. I'll tell you a story about my ex-wife. My ex-wife, when my son was little, my son, like if I left bath, like body soap in the bathtub, when he would take a bath, when he's 4 or 5 years old, he would use the whole bottle of soap. So we were going somewhere getting ready, and my wife didn't rinse out the shower, all that soap, and she slipped and hurt her neck. And she ended up having to have like she's had all kind of surgeries in her neck. And she was younger. She was like 30, I think, at the time. 30, 31 at the time. So yeah, I mean, it's very possible. So you got to be careful. And, you know, if you got them bars and shit in your bathroom, that's not always a bad thing. But just be careful, you know, just to make sure, because, you know, a lot of times that new body soap, because when we had the old soap that you rub on you, it really wouldn't get the bottom floor. Now, if you know, the best thing is to have a step-in tub, but if you got to have a tub where you have to step up to, you know, because like my mother's 83 and she has just, you know, she just walks straight in the shower. For older people, you got to pay attention if you know, you step up. Because like most of us start to water and then we get into the shower. If you got to step up, it could be slippery. So, you know, protect yourself and be, you know, mindful. Be mindful, because that's the world. The world, you know, the world we live in, we're mindless most of the time. I mean, I am addicted to this phone as much as anybody. And the more these phones advance, the more addictive they are. I mean, you guys saw the thing where the teacher, you know, they fired him because he was trying to break his students from being addicted to phones. Because the people that make the phones want you addicted. The people that make content on the phones want you addicted. And I know most of y'all probably the same way. They was, you know, and people are so aware now, they're just, you know, walking like this with their head down. And they say that, you know, you get bone spurs in here. They call them devil's wings. Because, you know, having your head. How many times you guys seen people walking down the street like this? And it's funny, like when you used to see people walking down the street or catching the bus, they would look miserable. They looking for the bus to come, walking, looking miserable. Now they got this and they like, you know, they happy because they being fed. The machine is feeding them. So motherfuckers walking and shit, you know, they ain't looking as sad. Motherfuckers catching the bus, they like, well, I got this phone, you know, I don't feel so bad. And I often wondered, I was like, okay, you got enough money to get a phone. Why ain't you got enough money to get a car? It's like, I would want a car instead of a phone. And some people say, you know, to get the car, you need the phone. Yeah. Fall in the homie shower ain't right. No, you that's right. It definitely is funny, you know. What was he doing there? Like, is it a pool? You know, most people like it. Most people, I ain't gonna say most people, but people that got the $1 million homes that got pools, they got showers when in the basement. You know, so you can take like you can swim. Then, you know, they got the facilities where you can take a shower, wrap your clothes up, you know, get that chlorine off you. So that could be the case. I don't know. But again, you know, you got to pay attention to what you step on. That's all. You just got to pay attention. So I don't know, y'all. I mean, the world is a funny place. It's like, where do we go? We drove up north last week, and I think I talked about this, and the gas is a lot cheaper. I mean, like unbelievable cheaper. Almost $1 cheaper than it is down here. Now, Costco is the best place to get gas. You know, it really is. It's way cheaper. I think the Acura has to have premium, so I think I paid $3.30 something for the premium, and then it was $2.99, I think, for what I put in the Taurus. So and I know when my wife was in California, the gas was $5 something. So I don't know how y'all live out there. You got to pay $5 for gas. That's rough. What is prices y'all watching? What is your gas prices? What is your gas prices?
Because up here, they're between 344 and 309. Because I saw one place near me that was 309. Damn, she got a lot of stuff in her face. Man, I tell y'all. And I guess tomorrow we might go see the Mad Max. Might go see that. I guess the new Zendaya movie, my wife went to see it with her brother, and I guess it's a lot of sex in it. I guess there's a scene where she's kind of kissing two dudes, like she goes and kisses one and kisses the other. So if you like that kind of thing, a lot of freaky deaky, I guess, in that kind of thing. So I'm not really into that kind of thing. Oh, I know what I didn't look at. I forgot. We had some weird stuff happen up here. I'll be forgetting when I don't come on that often. See if I can find this shit. They doing my paces wrong. Let me see. Jamar said 315 to 320. James Gant says 349. Okay. Doing your paces wrong. Yeah, I think the Pacers might be done. We'll see tomorrow. They don't win tomorrow. They definitely done. And Hal Burton don't play. Let's see if I can find this story here. We had a hit and run of a Muslim. They hit and ran a Muslim. That ain't what I'm looking for. Oh, they ain't got Ant's interview on here. Oh, here's Ant. Let's see what this mug's got to say after he threw the ball away on purpose. Let's see what Ant's got to say.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now...
Strongly disagree.
Think Kyrie hit a three in the corner. I come down, turn it over, and then
it's got to be this. Am I turned off?
Luka hits the game winner.
I didn't even hear it in my head.
What do you think when Nas let his shot go? I thought it was good.
I guess we're not gonna hear what Ant's got to say.
Get to your spots. They just showing me crowds, man, sitting in the gaps.
Not sure why I'm not getting sound on that.
But I'm turning down a lot of shots.
Sound on my other interview.
Like my mid ranges and stuff.
Oh well,
a lot
I guess
of those
we're not gonna hear his interview. Huh. Sorry about that. Still not sure why it's not playing. It's playing a minute ago.
But we getting ain't tripping.
And are you turning those down?
See what Ant got to say. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean they're open. Yeah, they're open. So
I'm not getting any sound
making the right play, but sometimes the right play may be to just shoot it.
You talked about being fatigued the other night. How are you feeling, man?
I feel great tonight. Yeah, I feel real good.
I don't know why I'm not getting sound on it.
Nah,
everything is on.
And you guys have had your back cancel on the previous
Sure.
Yeah. But how much do you draw from that, knowing that?
Yeah. Need to be up.
I mean, we was down 3-2. We was up 2-0. Then they came and won 2 at the crib, and then won at their crib. So we've been here before. Yeah.
That's it.
I don't think anybody in the locker room is panicking. I hope not, because
well, you go look it up yourself. See what Ant got to say. Yeah, I can't hear it either. I'm not sure why. See if I go out and get in.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. Then that's the news. That's not me. That's the news people. So the news people, let's see if I can find another news channel. That was the news channel. I was thinking, I was like, man, I just heard this. Let me find another station, local station. That was Fox. Let's see. Where's the other? Okay, let's see if Carrie Levin interview Ant. Let's see. Carrie Levin does not look like they interviewed Ant. Let's go home. No, they just had their sports dude talk. Huh, they must not be. Let me see, where's the other local channel? Oh, here we go. Let's see if WCCO has it. If they interviewed Ant or not. Yeah, that was the channel.
They're all slow. Yeah, they're not covering it at all. They did not cover the game at all. Fox was the only one that covered it. Very odd. Let's see. Is all of them like that?
Searching for a reliable used convertible?
Okay, not all of them. Not all of them is like that for some reason. Yeah, they got it fucked up.
Basketball. We let them make a run. We're supposed to go up big.
So they killed Ant. Let's see what Towns. Let's see if we can hear Towns.
They made a tough shot. They made tough shots.
Oh, they've got
we got to
video
capitalize and
all
execute at a high level. I talked about it all the time. You got to execute at a high level against.
Yeah, we can't hear Towns. I can't hear Towns either.
And every game is going to
For some reason, their audio is fucked up. Let's see about Mike McConnell.
After a night like this.
Yeah, their audio's fucked up on the interview.
You know, it's frustration, at first.
Yeah.
Because we feel like both these games were very winnable. A play or two late.
This is still Fox 9.
What did you see there in the last couple of minutes down the stretch?
All right, let's see what the broke leg coach got to say. What's he got to say?
I mean, 2 turnovers again. Ball got static. That's on me in the sense that I should have called the timeout to get Mike back in the game in that second to last possession for us or whatever. So I'll take that one. It's on me. But yeah, just kind of ball got static. Just turn it over. Same story as the other night. 2 turnovers in the guts of the game. Not going to get it done.
Both by
Ant. Process of not calling a timeout there.
Yeah, I mean, I just said I should have called it. So, but we thought the ball was in Ant's hands. The differential in the clock wasn't huge, but I initially wanted to call it, but I didn't. So.
With Luka with the ball in his hands late there, do you think about doubling at that time and get it out, or how do you see that unfold?
No, the idea was to switch up, press him inside the 3-point line. So.
Even Reggie Miller and Gandhi said, what are they going to do? They going to switch and have Rudy on? They want Rudy. Come on now.
How do you get Ant back to playing a little bit more of the quick decision basketball that he's been so good with over the last 2 months?
Yeah, he's got to get more in transition, got to get out. I thought he started the game with a great burst, was really going downhill well, and then, kind of just phased out as the game went along.
Phased out. Going downhill. What the fuck does that mean? Going to the basket? See what they put in some bullshit, it means bullshit, going to the basket. And so they got embarrassed. No, you got a broke leg, dude, but man.
After a night like this.
Yeah, they got all these other interviews fucked up.
It's frustrating.
That's the only one that's got video. Let's see if you... Okay, let's see what he say about Luka putting a J in his ass. All right, here we go.
You got switched on to Luka. What were you trying to do? What did you see unfold there?
This one just died.
I mean, you just switch on pick and roll.
Played, but now when I go to the channel, I can't hear him.
Luka, and he hit a big time shot.
Rudy, Rudy's trash. He's not getting any blocks. He's unreliable at the basket. Yeah, all these interviews, I don't know if they just so you can't share it. I don't know. These other little things you can hear.
Thank you, Jennifer.
See these other shows. Oh, and you know what's coming up? The 4-year anniversary of what's that actor that played in Ant-Man? George
Tomorrow
Floyd.
will mark the 4th anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. There are a number of events this weekend to commemorate the impact his death had all around the country. Maury Glover takes us to the first annual Day of Remembrance for George Floyd in Minneapolis.
George Floyd's death sparked a racial reckoning across the country and around the world. And the organizers of his Day of Remembrance say it's important we never forget what happened here at 38th and Chicago on that fateful day. When George Floyd died under the knee of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin on Memorial Day in 2020, his death prompted protests and calls for change. Now, 4 years later, his memory is still a cause for people to take action.
We can never forget. We can never stop talking about George Floyd. We can never unsee what we saw in 2020.
A nonprofit called Win Back organized its first annual Day of Remembrance for Floyd. It started with an interfaith prayer service at City Hall and continued with a brunch featuring speakers like Attorney General Keith Ellison, former Minneapolis Police Chief Madaria Arredondo, and Mayor Jacob Fry.
I like to say COVID-19 shut the world down and George Floyd opened it back up. We can never forget. This happened in our own backyard.
Win Back also held a teen summit where young people from across the Midwest talked about where we were in 2020, where we are now, and how we move forward.
It was a heavy day. You know, George Floyd's nephew, Brandon Williams, flew in from Texas just for this. Actually, he went from Texas to D.C. at the White House and then flew into town for this. And he said it was a lot of grief, but he was very happy to see people still remember and that they're still committed to change and transformation.
Organizers say this is an opportunity to reflect, heal, and build. And they say they'll hold these Day of Remembrance events every year in George Floyd's honor. In Minneapolis, Maury Glover, Fox 9.
So y'all say y'all could hear it. Okay, I couldn't hear the interviews. But yeah, George Floyd Remembrance Day. They're going to build a statue of that dude. They're going to end up building a statue of George Floyd. They are going to end up building a statue for him. And, you know, that's that remembrance, you know, that remembrance. So you guys couldn't hear Cat, but you could hear Rudy. Okay. See, I can hear the commercial, but once Rudy started talking, I couldn't hear him. So if you guys can hear him, I'll let it play. Yeah, I can't hear him. Let's see.
When you say you let your
You
team
guys
down,
can hear that?
how
See, I can't
do
hear
you think that?
They believed in me to get a stop and he scored.
hear that at all.
You know, and he scored a 3, which is something that he does really well. So
I don't know.
definitely.
My son using these headphones.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, he's trash.
Taking the
He's
responsibility.
trash. He ain't blocking any shots. He has terrible hands, and that goes back to what I say about, you know, the European players that come over here. Where's his skill? Like, ain't nobody taught him to catch. He can't catch, and he can't create a shot other than the tip. But when they gave it to him, I mean, he doesn't have a sky hook. He doesn't have a jump hook. He has nothing. He's getting shots blocked by dudes my size. Or 6'5", 6'6", he's 7 something. So he's straight trash. Well, y'all, I didn't have a lot. Yeah, it's probably time for me to crash. It's almost 2:00. Thank you guys that did come in tonight. I appreciate it. And I'm not sure when I'm going to come on again. My son's going to be gone for the next couple of days. So maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Hang out, we'll see. But thank you again. Thank you for the well wishes. I really appreciate it. And, every day, and, I've always said this is nothing, but it's like every day, like my wife will say, did you have a good day? And what did you love about the day? Every day should really be something memorable. But the way they push days at us, and there's an old saying that says, and it's actually probably a spell, but it's the days are long, but the years are short. And so, we are in a society where we want that check after 1 week or 2 weeks, and we want to get to Friday quick as possible. And so I could ask many people, what happened Monday? What happened Tuesday? And if it's not a game or something to mark the day, most people say, I just went to work, don't really remember what I did that day. And it's like every day is important, and we don't treat it like it's important. Like we don't treat every breath like it's important. Like, there's a way to meditate where it's just the breath, because you feel and you feel how important that is. And it's something we take for granted. We take it for granted. And so every day, every moment, every breath is important. And so,
Now, there's no fear. Like one thing, I said, I was in the hospital. There's no fear. No, it's time to go. It's just time to go. And, death is not what they tell you. It's actually the beginning. It's getting freed from this. Now, yes, you don't go into quite what this is now, and a lot of people love this. And like if you look at a picture of a really old person, they look like they're being held prisoner in that old decaying body. I mean, look at really old people that hit 100. They look like they're being held prisoner in a decaying body. And it's like they can't let go. And technology, healthcare is better. You don't see many 100-year-old people, running around and shit. And so most of them, in ways, it seems like, they're being held hostage. And they choose to stay, because life and death is a choice, too. You can sit and not eat anything and wilt away if you so desire. And so all of it should be memorable. Like I talk about pickup games, and I talk about the story of killing Ray Pete when I was 17 years old. I mean, killing him in a basketball game. And I remember these things. And the people that participated that are still alive, they ain't think it meant anything. They don't, and that's the thing about Alzheimer's, that, you have so many beautiful memories. You want to continue these beautiful memories. And it seems like it robs you of that. And this is the disease that's fairly new. Alzheimer's is fairly new. Dementia is fairly new. So you can see that what we eat, what we drink, what we breathe, all these things have an effect on us. Fast food, going out to eat, we're all guilty of that. We're all guilty of quick meals, pre-prepared meals, drinking too much, smoking cigarettes, As I said before, a cigarette ain't gonna kill you. That whole pack or even a whole carton ain't gonna kill you. But it's years of keep doing it that shows you what can happen if, like Quincy Jones was a chain smoker. He ended up having an aneurysm, had to have brain surgery. But it was from smoking cigarettes, one after another. Look at that special they had on Quincy. Every picture, he's got a cigarette in his mouth. I mean, Oppenheimer, in the movie Oppenheimer, and if you look at his pictures, every picture he's got a cigarette in his mouth. And he died of a type of lung cancer. So it's proven that they can harm you. It's proven that they can harm you. But I don't know. I just don't think that we realize enough. Like in the Gnostic sayings, it says, even when it's bad, it's good because it's life. Like I said before, Mug, to be put to death in prison or live the rest of his life in prison, he happy to live the rest of his life in prison compared to, having to sit there and get shocked or get the injection, because they'd rather be alive in a box than dead in a box. And, most people would make that choice because of the fear we have of death. The fear we have of it. And it's funny about death. I've not this time, but there's other times where, I've looked that shit in the face, and it's like one thing, I say the Gipper up in Pennsylvania, Quantum of Science, all the things that the Book of the Dead or the Tibetan Book of the Dead, all the things it says to prepare for. And it's like that when that shit comes, it's like that. You don't have really time to do a lot of the things, especially close all your orifices, bring all your chakras in. I mean, it's not that much time. When that shit comes, that shit turns black like that. I mean, it comes a lot faster. And you can see how a soul would be fooled. Because you see Jesus, if it's 1 minute it's all black and the next minute you see Jesus. What do you think? He put his hand out to you, what do you think you're going to do? And he's all light and, No. I know Bomber disagrees, but no, I don't want that kind of light, because the light comes from the illuminated ones. And there's a wickedness about the world that's allowed. I mean, we're actually, we're in the midst of World War III, if you don't realize it. Actually,
World War III ended in Afghanistan, but we're in the beginnings of World War IV. Excuse me, I misspoke. We're in the beginning of World War IV. See, they don't want to tell you that it's war all around the world. I mean, Africa, they never want them to unite. See what they did to Gaddafi. Gaddafi had a military to beat back all his enemies. And what did the NATO did? NATO sided with his enemies and said, you can't fly in planes. Because he had planes that he would have saved himself and saved his army, saved his people. They had one of the best standards in life of anybody. And look at them now. I mean, you don't think what's happening in Israel isn't allowed? They're almost 100%. They're probably 98% American weapons that they're killing those people with. And you don't see no NATO troops there, do you? They ain't talking about sending NATO troops to Gaza, Israel, are they? We're giving them more money to continue the genocide. Now, is it our, as melanated Americans, is it any of our business? Not really, That's the way, we feel cold to them. The Palestinians, right. Like we ain't doing like we did in South Africa. We're not doing, but we see the college students doing it. Having apathy for those people and what's happening to those people. There's apathy there. And so, and what's interesting is like it's not hard to imagine that here in America. Like they just showed the Civil War movie. And like what martial law really is. Martial law is locked down every block. And Brother Nick Taylor would tell you that. If we had martial law in America, that means the end of your block is military. You got to show reason why you coming and going. That's pure military. That's pure martial law. The military is everywhere. All the troops that they can, put. That's what it is. It's every block. They're everywhere. They're every block. They take the place of the police. That's what they do when they go conquer countries. That's how they take over at first. Martial law. They're everywhere. They control everything. All the movement in the country, all the manufacturing. And so COVID was a little bit of that. I mean, some states had where, you couldn't go out at night. Remember that? Couldn't go out at night. And so that was mentally martial law. It was mental martial law instead of them physically putting the troops out. But mentally, it was mental martial law. I mean, it surprised me because I never slowed down. I dated and I was never. The mall was still open. The stores were still open. I was still going out to eat where you can go out to eat, picking up food, going to the parks. I was still doing all that. But the traffic was not what it is now. We have traffic jams up here. There's 3.5 million people up here, so it's, we have traffic. Most of the people in the state live here. It's only 5 million people in the state. Most of them live in the Twin Cities. You go outside, it's not as many people. There's a lot of land, a lot of flat land too. Well, some rolling hills, but that's it. It's mostly just flat, Till you go way out west or you start going into Pennsylvania where you go into the eastern hills. And you go down south, you get into Tennessee, Kentucky, you get into some hills. You go into North Carolina, you get into some, mountains. Excuse me, not just hills, mountains. You go into those kind of mountains. But here it's just flat. So all you travel is just flat. I mean, you might go a few rolling hills, but for the most part, it's just flat. So, well, thank you guys. What an hour and a half. That's good enough. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. And enjoy the games. Maybe I'll come on after Sunday after the Timberwolves win. This has been the Chocolate Mountain Show, baby. Thank you.